Hey, what's going on YouTube? Back at it again, Marine X here. And listen, there are going to be times when you're trying to load out, but you don't necessarily need a cooler, but you also don't want to use very cheap, rinky-dinky type plastic totes from like Home Depot or Lowe's or Joann's or wherever you buy your stuff. Oh, good God, this thing is heavy. I bring you the Yeti Go Box 6 month later review. Yes, this is the same Yeti Go Box I got with the Uncharted Supply 4-person survival kit, which I did not like, and I'll link up a video just in case you want to see my thoughts about that. But I ended up liking the box a lot. This is me 6 months later after using this thing. I use this thing all the time. Give you my thoughts about it. Should you pick one up? If you're the type of person who likes survival stuff, tools, all that type of stuff, hit the subscribe button below. We'd love to have you a part of the battalion. If you get good content from this video, make sure you hit that like button. It lets YouTube know they should be sharing this with other people. Also, finally, the Discord, it definitely shares good information just in case there's some things you don't know about. You know, there's a lot of factories and soybeans that aren't being harvested in the South, Mississippi, stuff like that. Join my Discord, you can learn more about that stuff as well. Now, the Yeti Go Box. Overall, I like this thing. Let's just bottom line up front. Now I'm gonna give you some things about it that you may or may not like, help you make a decision about how you may want to use it, talk about different ways I've loaded this thing out. But first of all, the box itself. This is a 20-liter box. I mean, you guys know Yeti. They are known for going over the top when it comes to plastics, right? This thing is exactly the same. This thing weighs 11.8 pounds empty. So when you load it out, imagine how freaking heavy of a monster it becomes. It does have the little loops on the outside so that if you want to strap it down, you know, if you got it in the back of your truck and the truck is open, you need to be able to cinch it down. You know, you can do stuff like that. It also has the ability to, you know, add a lock to it. Yeti, of course, wants you to buy their locks, but there's plenty of deadbolts and locks and stuff that you can buy and slip it in there and use that. It does have grab handles, so you can grab it from the front, you can grab it from the sides. So the very bottom has these rubber feet, which I have found to be very, very handy. You know, the usage for this box, it really just depends on how you intend to use it. Box has these opening flaps in the very front, which are incredibly strong. It does have a little sign here that lets you know you have to use a little bit of force just to close this thing, and when they say that, they mean it. You have to. So just letting you know, use force. Oh my God, this thing is heavy. I got this thing loaded out. Right now, it is loaded out with my range and hunting kit. If you guys are interested in seeing how I load out for going to the range or going hunting, I can make a separate video about that. You know, that'd be a whole video in and of itself. But let's jump into how the box is structured as well. If we're looking at the box, you can see that they have this pack attic at the very top. They call it a pack attic, and basically it is an area where you can store different items. It has one long zipper at the top, and you can store stuff inside of there. I really enjoy that. So you have a lot of storage inside this top area, and it has 2 front mesh pockets that you can kind of see through. You can store more items in there as well. We're gonna move this over just so I'm not looking like some weirdo that found this box on the side of the road. So, you know, the box itself, it does come with a divider, and it has a little caddy. So the caddy, you can pull out, you can use it, it's removable. It has lots of storage, different items that you can store inside of that. You have this nice, just, you know, pretty much 10 liters of area here that you can store items. You can pack that down how you see fit. And it's identical on the other side. So, you know, you can put as many items in there as you want, or at least as much as you can fit in there. It does come with this divider. This divider is actually pretty sweet. You can use it like a cutting board. A lot of people pack this thing out like a camping stove and stuff like that. If you pack it out that way, this thing becomes double use as a cutting board. And so it makes that really nice. Another thing is you can loop straps through these little sides here, you know, and you can run a ratchet strap in there as long as it's no more than 1 inch in diameter. That way you can strap it down to the top of a tonneau cover, or, you know, if you're on a boat or something like that, you don't want this thing moving around. This thing is airtight, dirt tight, waterproof. It has a nice ring around it, which actually provides a very good seal for the waterproof, which something, you know, Yeti is known for. This is not a cooler, so it's not going to keep, you know, things cold. It doesn't have a drain hole, nothing like that. You can use this caddy on either side, so you're not, you know, you don't have to use it on one specific side. It does have the 2 areas in it as well. Now let's just talk about some cons that I have with this box. So one big con is when you load this box out, there's a slit right here. You can kind of see my fingers in there. There's been times when I've loaded this out with electronics. You know, we went to the beach a few months ago. When we went to the beach, we went to an Airbnb. We brought an Xbox Series X with us, some controllers, you know, a few other things. And I told my daughter, hey, go throw this in that box. She absent-mindedly put an item in here and it slipped through here. So that's the fact that, you know, they have that gap there. I'm not a huge fan of that. Also, I do kind of wish it was a little bit bigger. For the price, you know, I would expect just to have a little bit more room, but it's Yeti. So I don't know what you can really expect when it comes to that. I wish there was different systems for this pack addict. So right now, this is removable. It's just hooked in here with a couple of like loops and straps. I wish there was something else I can pack this out with. I wouldn't mind loading this up with like a Velcro and loading this out how I wanted to, you know, so that would be pretty cool if they would make some different ways to pack it out, quite frankly. I wish it did have a few more accessories. I'm assuming they'll probably sell some accessories, but I wish it came with a few more items. Be nice if it came with like, you know, a lock or something like that, but they want you to buy that stuff a la carte. Another issue that I have with this thing, first off, let's close it. You do have to put some force on it to close it. Is when this thing is loaded down, it is trash to carry. These actual grab handles are too shallow. Like, look, this is my hand. This is how far my hand goes in there. There's just nothing. So when this thing is fully loaded out, it's almost impossible to carry this thing, and that doesn't matter which way you do. So the only way that I can carry this thing when it's completely loaded is I do have to run a ratchet strap through the top and kind of carry it like a shoulder bag. So that kind of sucks. Not a big fan of that at all. And, you know, quite frankly, I don't have anything to compare it to, but, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of the price. These things are $249. I would say that this feels pretty, you know, they don't call it, you know, indestructible. It feels pretty sturdy. I've dropped it plenty of times and I haven't broke it. It's definitely better than something you're gonna pick up at Walmart or something like that. But I mean, it's up to you if this is gonna be something that you wanna buy. The hinges are, you know, these are pretty much animal proof. Once you get this thing cinched down, it's just freaking hard to, you don't even have to really worry about that type of stuff. It's made pretty sturdy. I mean, but what do you think, man? Is there anything I missed? Is there anything else that you can suggest that I might, you know, point out about the box or something like that? Is this something that you're even interested in seeing? Now listen, if you wanna see how I load this thing out in regards to going to the range and for hunting, make sure you comment down below. We definitely might be able to make that happen. Listen, if you like stuff like this, click here. You can see my original thoughts about this 4-person survival kit that was put together by Uncharted Supply. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Welcome back, Battalion. This is your first time here. I hope to see you soon. I'll catch you later.